Welcome to the Mediterranean island of Sardinia, round 7 of the World Rally Championship. It's stage 13 and it's live.
Launch control stage mode set, and here we go.
Dani Sordo, the first into stage 13, who is 5th in the championship in 2017 and has had all sorts of trouble with paddle shifts and turbos, and his temperature has gone up and he's started sweating and he's started losing his temper. Dani Sordo, the first of 3 Hyundais, hoping to bring them the championship this year for the very first time.
There's some serious speed right from the start here. You've already seen like 140, 150 k's an hour. Sordo just hit something in the rear. That wouldn't surprise me. I think he's done the suspension. No, the steering wheel straight. I wouldn't be surprised if a tyre's been pushed off the rim with that. He did have a bit of a look. It did look a little bit sideways initially out of there, but big speed already. Look at this. I don't think he has got away with it. I think the tyre's down. I just saw it seem to be pulling away. Now, let's see in the hairpin. We've got to... Is that tyre down? Yeah, he's got a puncture on the left rear.
It's off the bead.
It's off the bead. You see it there? He didn't get away with it.
This is going to cost Dani Sordo dealer. Now his teammate Hayden Paddon came through here in about 8 minutes. This is the really tricky thing now. Lots of work is going to have to be put in here. 8 minutes was the time this morning that Hayden Paddon set, and Dani is leaking time in every one of these corners. What's the clock going to say? It is 8 minutes 11.9. I tell you what, that is a pretty rum time in comparison to the time we had this morning that won the stage at 8 minutes. Here's Dani.
Dani, a tricky weekend so far, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. What happened in the start?
I punctured in the after 1K.
How did it happen?
After 1K, I don't know. Somewhere.
Look at the speeds that we're carrying here. 189 kilometers an hour into the trees, through the gap.
We'll be competitive at the end, Andreas Mikkelsen told everybody in the shakedown. We've got to stay realistic about Sardinia. We want the mileage.
There's some commitment, though.
Well, the theory is if he does well here, then he has to be a shoe-in for Finland. Could he be a shoe-in for Poland, which is where we go next?
I think also what would be happening is Andreas has got ideas, obviously, from when he was testing that 17 Polo, the VW car being the dominant car in the last 3 years in the World Rally Championship. But will he be telling Citroën too much yet until he gets a little bit more commitment out of them on how he can improve the car?
And also, whatever he learns from this car, should Yves Maton not sign him and not keep him in the team, should he go on to another team, he goes there with information on the Citroën and the Polo, doesn't he?
And the Hyundai.
And the Hyundai, where he had that test.
Stars yesterday, along with, well, there was a couple of stars yesterday, but three stage wins yesterday, and I tell you what, he was frustrated in WRC2 last year, I think, because he felt he should have already been in a World Rally car. Then he gets this opportunity, and he has to wait for 2 or 3 rallies before he gets it. In Portugal, he was final day, he beat his teammates a couple of times on stages. This weekend, he won stages for himself outright. He is definitely one for very quickly the future.
Seconds. There's the time to beat, set by Andreas Mikkelsen. Oh, he's done it by a huge amount, 9.7 seconds over this short 14-kilometer stage.
Esa-Pekka, almost 10 seconds faster than Andreas Mikkelsen. Your development this weekend is nothing other than impressive.
Yeah, it's been a good couple of good stages, to be honest. Yeah, maybe this was a wrong call. I should have save the tires more. I'm not sure, to be honest, so we will see how bad they are.
Let's see what he's like over the jump.
I liked it.
Yeah, regular jump. You see how it turns in nicely, and he's back on the power very early. Let's say it was half a second down on the split when he came into the arena, just before the arena section.
Should get an indication of that speed in just a second to see whether Mads, the Norwegian, has made any up on the second split. There it is.
You see, they're half a second up. That's a second gain in that section by just being neat and tidy and having a car that was well balanced in the tight, twisty stuff.
The magic of Mads Osberg. It all comes true. All the overall times in just a second. All the leading drivers, the beer contenders are out there. The rally leader as well, but Mads has done a good time. Oh, he's dropped to 10th at the end. Dropped to 10th and dropped into second fastest. How about that?
Neuville's had a little bit of an issue. Ogier's had a bit of a bigger issue. And these people are all kind of behind Lappi, who he's trying to fight for in the championship.
Closing meters of the stage coming up, and Lappi is in the box seat after the second split through the rally cross part of the stage.
He only lost 1/10. I thought he maybe lost half a second in there, but he only lost 1/10.
Again, don't worry about the overall positions. The times you see on the left-hand side of your screen. We're going to concentrate. Oh, he's looking good. Look at this. Look at this. He's up by 20 at this point.
There's some proper commitment in there in that corner before.
Now, if he can keep that speed, keep her rolling, Jari-Matti, don't get bogged down in this sand. End of the stage coming up, and it's magnificent. Oh, he has flown, he's done well. He's taken the fastest time by 3.1 seconds with a time of 7:54.7.
Gary, fastest through the stage so far, and all three Toyotas are the fastest cars. It seems to be a good day for the Toyota.
Yeah, the Toyota, we have done a good work, and I mean, we have been improved a lot with the cars, and so this overall been very important for it. So the car is going really well at the moment, and I know the boys behind me are pushing very hard, and I'm a little bit like here and there. I try to keep fight on, but I have to be a bit careful with the rocks and everything over here. It's so easy to make a mistake.
Yeah, Tanak's on a bit of a mission in here. You could just say that all of them just kissing that bank there. But Tanak is absolutely flying. 9.4 away from the leader, Hayden Paddon. Lappi reporting no idea why he started late. Not an issue with himself. This is just some mission from Tanak. He sees this as an opportunity. Remember, Malcolm Wilson has stated if he had to stop and slow Tanak to help Ogier, he would. That's not going to happen now. That's not going to happen because Ogier's down in 7th. This man's in 2nd. This man now sniffs the victory.
Well, you saw the smile on Jari-Matti's face. We told him how well he'd done, how fast he had gone. The smile appeared as he told us how good that Toyota was. Is Oyt Tanak about to blitz that and confine it to history?
There's some commitment in there. 6th gear through there, 130, 140 cars now.
Oh, look at the other numbers. Look at the other numbers.
He had to drop down, though. He had to drop down, did Ogier, gear in there, because he wasn't happy with his car. Here comes Tanak. He's on his way to the finish. What's it going to be?
The clock is going to stop at a time of 7 minutes 52 dead, and he's done it. 7 minutes 52 dead, and Oyt Tanak is now the leading time on stage 13.
Oyt absolutely flying in this stage, fastest through by 2.7 seconds. Now, is everything perfect with the car, or did you do any changes at service?
Yeah, today it feels a lot better. Obviously, okay, we took one spare, and it's a bit of gamble to make it through, but yeah, at least feeling is much better, and I try to take as much care as possible of the tires, but yeah, obviously we need to try.
Oh, yes. Well, it's a gamble, Julian. It's a gamble, and it's working at the moment. Just a one spare when others might be carrying two. And here is our rally leader, Hayden Paddon, in the Hyundai. Car number 4 with English co-driver Seb Marshall doing only his 2nd event, I think, in the World Championship with Hayden.
Yeah, 2nd event in the World Championship with him, yeah. And they've done a lot of testing together, though, for the last 12 months. And this is Neuville and Gilles in the other Hyundai. They were in the fight at the front, right in the fight to the front. Currently sitting in 4th place, 1 minute and 10 off the lead battle due to those issues with the brakes.
6 rounds gone and 7 to go. The battle for the championship started long ago for Thierry Neuville, but was compromised very early in Monte Carlo and in Sweden. He had terrific runs earlier in the season, back 2 wins, back-to-back. Just couldn't topple Ogier in Portugal, but he certainly did him in Argentina.
You got to think he's 47.5 seconds off a podium place. For me, Neuville's just got to keep himself in the frame now for someone else to pick up on anyone else's misadventure or misfortune in front of him.
But it must be very hard to keep your confidence when your brakes have failed on you on the 2 earlier stages, when you've reached for them and they've not been there for you.
Yeah, looking at the speed he's doing, they're working quite well now. I suspect there was a full change of absolutely everything. That was a heavy nose.
Thierry Neuville in 2016 was the winner of 9 stages, but he said very publicly at the beginning of this year, this round, my main goal can only be to finish ahead of Seb Ogier. That's all he's got to do. Peg himself to Ogier and make sure he finishes with a good handful of points more than the world champion.
Well, that's what he's doing. That is what he's on his way to do this weekend. And that's why he was so frustrated. 1.8 down at the split to Tanak. I said he's got to just make sure he's in the frame if anyone else has a misdemeanor.
Coming into this stage, Thierry Neuville was in 4th, Seb Ogier in 7th. You can count the points places and the points advantage that man Thierry would have if the rally was to finish now. But Neuville would have thought what the opportunity has been. What went begging on stage 12, the time that he lost, and how costly that could be over the whole season. Now we're hearing...
Yeah, Paddon has dropped some time in the first split, we believe, according to the electronics and the timing beams. We'll see when we see the car.
Thierry, hopefully the brake problem is okay now, but obviously the damage is done. However, we are hearing that Hayden Paddon has lost a lot of time in this stage.
Ooh.
Hayden.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it was going well. Car was working really well, I have to say, and the mechanics have done a great job to fix it. But obviously, yeah, we would be in the lead probably now, but that's the race. So I continue fighting.
He's been upside down. He's been upside down.
That is the rally. That is the rally leader we're seeing. Thierry Neuville, we're hearing,
is missing, half missing, bumper miss. It's a damage to the right rear suspension.
Oh, this is gutting.
The
for
rear
the
wheel
rally
looks
leader.
like it's wobbling quite a lot. I don't think he has been upside down. No, he hasn't been upside. He's hit something very, very hard.
Rear left is beaded.
You see the rear spoilers damaged. The rear wheel is hanging off. Look at the angle of the rear wheel. That isn't really going to go very well looking like that.
Now he had 9.4 seconds on Oit Tanak.
That's already gone. He's 30-40 down now looking at the state of this.
Oit is home and dry, done and dusted. Oit Tanak could be declared the leader on the road section to the next stage. Oh, this is hard for New Zealand, hard for Hayden.
This is plummeting. I mean, he had 1 minute and 10 on his teammate in 4th, and I suspect he was 24-ish down at the first split, which is 4.8 Ks into the stage. He's got to do another 10 after that. He's obviously just run wide somewhere, and he's hit something. We saw Sordo run wide early in the stage, but look, he's still doing 154 kilometers an hour with 3.5 wheels on it.
Voice of calm from Seb Marsh as he tries to just keep the information
He might
flowing.
have that part. He might have that part.
And how many spares has he carried? How many spares has he got on that car? You've identified the rear right. The rear left is debeaded
Did
as
you
well.
think? I haven't really noticed the...
Here.
That's the rear right, that is.
What I think.
Oh, he's got a
and
fire!
Oh, no, this is bad. Here we go.
He's got a fire! Now, he won't know about that until it starts to smell. He will not know about that. The team potentially have no way of calling it, because when he's in stage mode, he cannot talk to the team can't talk to him.
And he's dropping seconds. Look at the time bottom right of the screen, Julian. That's now a minute.
That's going to be a bit lively when he comes to the finish. There's a small fire in the rear. Well, it's a small fire, and that could just be tyre, to be fair. That could just be tyre burning.
Hayden Paddon is going to summon every ounce of strength and determination and get this Hyundai around this technical Mickey Mouse, Andres Mikkelsen called it. There's nothing Mickey Mouse about what's going on here. This is the rally leader in a crisis, dropping. He's down from second. Surely must be off the podium now. Seb Marshall keeps the co-driver's job going of issuing the instructions, making sure the information keeps on going, but the information he needs to know is the back wheels are falling off. This is almost certainly going to drop Hayden right off the podium. It's going to promote Oit up into the rally lead. Jari-Matti Lappi into second. Thierry Neuville back onto the podium as Hayden bounces sorrowfully through the ruts by that tree. You can't see any of the drama going on in the rear of the car from there. Actually, I think you might be right. He may just have got away with damage to the right.
Yeah, I think it's all initially.
It's all that side, isn't it?
Yeah, initially because I saw the spoiler was half damaged on the right. I thought it had been over, but it hasn't.
Hayden Paddon has just gone at 140 kilometres an hour. Oh, 2.5 wheels, 3 wheels at the most.
3.5. Give him some credit.
Oh, the pain is over. He drops 1 minute and 20 with a time of 9:12.2.
Amateur mistake. Amateur mistake.
Hayden chastises himself for an amateur mistake. Look at the tyre's done pretty well as well.
Look at
this, it's very decent, Nick.
Hayden, this is devastating. What happened?
Just an absolutely stupid mistake. Just absolute. I just turned in too early, clipped the bank on the inside, and I think it's broke a drive shaft or something. So I've just let everybody down. So it's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
Out they get. Hayden took a resigned look at it. I mean, but you've got to remember, whatever work they do in that corner is going to be working on extremely hot parts. So Hayden is parked up as Oit Tanak comes in to the lead with a time of 7 minutes 52 seconds. Got to feel for Hayden Paddon. All the hard work has been done, and this is where it's all gone. Well, we're going to have to love you and leave you at this point. We will have a chance to bring you whether Hayden, the news of whether Hayden and Seb are successfully getting their car back on the road later on. Here's the overall classification after the 13. And it's Oit Tanak's rally by 16.5 seconds, with Thierry Neuville in third, Hayden Paddon shown in fourth. I think that could very well change by the time we get to stages 14 or 15. Let's wish the very best to Hayden Paddon.
34 right shaft, middle, into